Music is a great way to bring life to your video, whether you're creating for YouTube or another social media platform, or maybe even your website. There are a number of great places to get music tracks online, and the one I'm going to show you today is called Soundstripe. It's one of my favorites. So for this example, I'm using Camtasia to edit my video, and you can actually get a 30-day free trial of Camtasia if you're curious about this. I'll drop the link in the description, as well as the link to Soundstripe if you decide to explore that a little bit for your music for your videos. This is a video I created a little while ago about how to record a Zoom meeting for people who are just starting out and learning the fundamentals of video conferencing on Zoom. So I know that in this case the video is exactly 3 minutes long. I've timed it quite well. And really what I want to do is find a music track that is going to fit the length of the video very well. There are things that you can do if the music track is a little long or a little short, and I'll talk about that in another video, but in this case I'm going to see if I can find something that is pretty close to that 3-minute mark to add. So let's go over to Soundstripe. This is the main page, and I can just sign in because I'm a subscriber already. It's about $130 a year, I think, now to subscribe to Soundstripe, which is really reasonable when it comes to royalty-free music. Now, royalty-free, just so you're aware, doesn't mean that it's free. Somebody owns the copyright to the music, and you do have to pay a fee in order to be allowed to use it for your project. And that's what you do essentially when you're buying your membership, your subscription to Soundstripe. I know, as I say, I know I need something that's 3 minutes long, so I'm going to look for music. And by the way, you can get sound effects here too. They've got a pretty good list of sound effects if you should need those. But I'm going to look for music, and I'm going to search for something. I think that I would like something happy and fun for this video, and I know for sure that I want it to be close to 3 minutes, so I'm going to go down to duration on this menu, and you can see that it runs anywhere between 0 and 8 minutes, and I can just click and drag down to the 3-minute mark. I'll give it a little bit of cushion so that I get some more results, and we'll just refine that list a little bit more. So we're at 3, where are we at here? 306 and 254. Let's see if I can squeeze it in just a little bit more. All right. So I actually had a look at this list a little bit earlier, and I know what song I want, but if I go through, I can see right away that there's music that is right around 3 minutes, 302, 301, 304. And the one I'm looking for is this one here called Skater Girl. Now you can see, you can preview these songs as you go through the list, which is great. And you can get an idea of, by the sound wave image here, you can get an idea of how energetic the song might be and where there might be breaks that might fit well with the style of video you've created. So I know this already. I can play the preview, and I know it's got a little bit of a build-up, and it certainly does sound quite happy and fun and high energy, which is what I wanted for this particular video, because recording a Zoom meeting is a little bit dry, so I was trying to pep it up a little bit. So I know I've selected that song. What I now need to do is go over here and license that song for the project. And in this case, I know that the project title is How to Record a Zoom Video, or How to Record Video on Zoom. So I would, whatever the title of your project is, we want to generate a license that shows that you are allowed to use that particular song for your project. For me, I'm actually using the song now as well to create this tutorial video about how to use licensed music on your video. So my project is how to add licensed music to a video, and so I'm going to type that one in. How to add licensed, would help if I typed it correctly, licensed music to a video. And I know that this is going on YouTube, so I'm going to select the social media / YouTube content option. and I'm going to generate a license. Now, this gives some options of different lengths of the same song to download. I usually download all of them. Stems are even shorter versions of single instruments that are used within the song. It might be vocals or drums or bass, something like that. And I usually download those as well. They come in handy where you don't have a song that necessarily fits the length of your video exactly. So I'll, as I say, show that in another video, but it is worthwhile to download all of the options. You can see that you have an option of MP3 or WAV. Most of us know the MP3 file format. They're a condensed file format that allows you to hold a lot of songs in a small space. If possible, though, it's better to have the WAV file. The WAV format is what we call a lossless file, and it's actually a better quality audio for use in your video as you're editing. So download those. And the other thing that's really important here is your proof of license. So I'm actually going to download the proof of license in this case. I've already got the songs from the Zoom video that I recorded before. And so now I've got a PDF of the license agreement, and that's terrific. I can close that up, and I can go back to Camtasia, and I'm going to look for the music to add. So this is some other music that I had for a different video. I'm going to go back here and go to, this one was how to record Zoom videos. So I know the songs are in there, and there they are. There's a couple of different stems or short versions of the song, 30 seconds. I know I'm looking for the 3-minute one, and there it is. So I'm going to open that. And there it is in my media bin here on Camtasia. And of course, because Camtasia is fairly easy editing, I can just click and drag that onto my timeline. And there it is. And we can see it fits pretty close to the end of the video here. The mark there is maybe a second or two long, 3:01. So I can just drag it in so it lines up. And the other thing I want to be mindful of is the volume of the music. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to add some audio points here. There's one at the beginning of the song already, but I want to pay close attention to what's happening at the end. And so I'm going to add a couple of audio points that I can drag around and adjust the volume with. I'm just right-clicking to get this menu where I select the audio points. And so this is set at 100% volume, but I know that I don't want to have it that loud, at least at the start, because I want you to be able to hear me talking over top of the music track. So I'm going to keep it about there. And now I've got an audio point at the front of the song clip and at the back end of the song clip. And I'm going to reduce the volume by dragging this line down. We can see it says it's at 100%. I'm going to reduce it down to about 30 or so. Depending on the music, you're going to want to have a listen and see what makes sense for that particular song. But in this case, I know 30% volume works quite well. And as I finish talking, I'm okay with the volume actually coming up at the end because I've got an end card that will show at the end of the YouTube video. And to have louder music where I'm no longer talking, it's okay to have that. It actually, we call it a sound up sometimes in the broadcast industry, and it does help to retain attention. So it's not a bad thing to have. So let's just preview this now. I'm going to drag my playhead over to the middle of the clip where I can see the music is maybe a little bit louder than it is at the intro, and we'll have a listen. Which is a paid service through Zoom, although if you do a lot of so that's pretty good. We can clearly hear the music playing in the background, but it's not overpowering my voice. And that's exactly the effect that we want to create. And that's it. We've added a licensed music track to this video, and now hopefully you can do it too. Don't forget to check out Soundstripe. It's a great source of licensed music and sound effects. And check out Camtasia as well for your editing purposes. As you can see, it's a pretty clean and simple interface, and that's why I like it. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel.